On the way home from school, I encountered a school bully fighting. I was so scared that I pretended to be blind, but at this moment, I heard the inner thoughts of the bully. Oh, crap, I hope my wife didn't see what just happened. Did I scare her? Should I lie on the ground as if injured, tear my clothes, maybe my wife will come and comfort me? Who can save me? I can't afford to ruin my image in front of my wife. Then, 2 seconds later, as I turned around, I saw the usually cool and tough school bully lying on the ground, exposing his abs and weakly shouting towards me, "Can you help me, the student?" Me? I must have some incredible luck with me. On Friday, on the way back home, passing through an alley, I unexpectedly encountered the school bully in a fight. Will he dare to do it again in the future? The teenager was holding a cigarette, laughing recklessly, and with just one punch, he had the fat-haired punk pinned to the ground. I will never dare to do it again, James. The punk was left rolling on the ground, blood spattered from his mouth. James, with a prominent 188 centimeters height, a face that was extraordinarily handsome, but with a cold and arrogant personality, is not someone you want to mess with. Just a few days ago, there were rumors that he took on 10 guys at once and beat up a player from the neighboring vocational school so badly that blood splattered on the walls. And today, I had the misfortune of witnessing a bloody fight scene involving him. He was so fierce, I was terrified. There was no one else around the alley. What if he saw me and decided to come after me? Instinctively, I thought of running. I stood frozen on the spot, about to turn around, when the teenager in a jacket suddenly looked up, and his cold gaze met mine unexpectedly. Me. I'm done for. I clearly felt a mix of shock and surprise in his eyes. He dropped his cigarette, looking even more panicked and lost than me, staring at me with a direct and intense gaze. At that moment, I inexplicably heard some urgent thoughts. Oh, no, why did my wife show up at this moment? Did she see what happened just now? Did I scare her? I was just dealing with a hoodlum who bullied a girl. What if she misunderstood? Wife? Who is his wife? There is no one else here. It should not be James talking. Help! Why am I so scared that I'm starting to have auditory hallucinations? Classmate, I really didn't see anything, I'm practically blind. I emphasized repeatedly, my legs trembling, as I turned around and tremblingly took steps outward. The familiar voice came again, sounding quite distressed. Oh God, she's about to leave, she must have been scared. Should I lie down as if injured and tear my clothes? Maybe my wife will run over to comfort me. Who can save me? I can't afford to ruin my image in front of my wife. Damn those overpriced books. These bully romance novels don't have this part. What should I do? Me. Wow, I am now 100% sure that this voice is indeed James' voice. I actually heard his inner thoughts. Last week, during a public class, the absent school bully surprisingly appeared and happened to sit behind me, at the desk in front of me. That was not all. My best friend came over with a playful smile, pinching me and saying that the school bully stared at me throughout the whole class, making my heart race. And I sat up straight the whole time. I vaguely remember hearing his inner thoughts at that time. Sigh, my wife is so good, she is so diligent in class. Her skin is so fair, I really want to kiss her. Damn, how can I win her over? I really like her. At that time, I was puzzled by the voice. After class, I walked past him pretending not to notice, and saw the usually aloof school bully suddenly turning red, fumbling to pull out a book from under the desk, reading it intently. I took a closer look, and the title was How the Aloof School Bully Wins Over the Good Girl. Me? What does he mean by this? When did he start liking me? Was it when I was eating that day? I had 5 bowls of rice that day. With a doubtful attitude, 2 seconds later, as I turned around, I saw the usually cool and tough school bully, now lying on the ground, looking quite injured. His once pristine jacket was casually thrown aside, his shirt torn to shreds, revealing well-defined abdominal muscles, and he weakly called out to me, "Can you help me, the student?" Me? I swallowed nervously. Who can handle this situation? The blonde punk had already disappeared. Will my wife believe me? Why hasn't she come over yet? Is it because I'm not injured? Should I slap myself? I looked at him, his gaze shifting downward, his expression hesitant. Should I pretend to be hurt there? Will she think I'm less of a man if I get hurt there? Should I just bump my head against something? While she can't see, it might be painful, but for my wife, I can. As I watched him stand up, walking towards a wall, seemingly to bang his head against it, I hurried over, reaching out to support him before he could harm himself. Softly, I asked, "Are you okay?" He looked at me, his jawline sharp, and his handsome face made it hard for me to resist, as I tried to explain. My eyes just got better, magically, right? With a hint of an unspeakable smile in his eyes, he said, "It's okay, my eyes occasionally go blind too." He closed and opened his eyes a few times, saying, "You close and open them, occasionally blind, occasionally good." Haha. I awkwardly smiled and said, "James, are you sure you're not in love mode?" Because of his straightforward inner thoughts, my face blushed with embarrassment, and I quickly changed the subject, asking him again, "Are you okay?" "Not really, my chest hurts," the school bully weakly said. Despite his tall stature, he kept leaning towards me, his inner thoughts becoming clearer. Finally, I have the chance to get close to my wife. She smells so good, so soft. I want to be held by her like this forever. Being this close to the person I like makes me so happy. My heartbeat is racing so fast, I hope she doesn't notice. How could I not notice? Your heartbeat is as loud as drumming in a nightclub, how could I not hear it? I endured it. I took the school bully to the school clinic, helped him sit down, and planned to leave when the school nurse arrived, but the determined voice of the school bully resurfaced. "I've heard that women like men with good physiques. I'm confident in my body, and I refuse to believe that I can't attract you. I can't sacrifice my looks for love, that's too much like a lapdog, it's not my style, but if it's for my wife, I can. What's wrong with crossing the line? Can you eat it? Me. Could you really go this far just to impress me?" Usually, James dresses quite conservatively. Although I don't see him often, every time I do, his shirt buttons are always neatly fastened to the top. He's the male moral exemplar on the confession wall. I didn't believe it, so I turned around. And the visual impact was striking. That the school bully had taken off his shirt, revealing his upper body, with 8-pack abs, and the drawstring of his gray sweatpants was also slightly loose, hinting at what was beneath. His physique was impressive. I was so shocked, I almost started bleeding from my nose. The school bully had a sly smile on his lips as he continued to set fire to the pile of dry branches, inviting me, "Jessica, the doctor hasn't arrived yet, can you help me check on it first? It really hurts." I swallowed hard. Hold on, I must hold on, I must not forget my boundaries. You are already a mature university student who has appreciated countless edgy male models on a certain platform. I suppressed the surging emotions and reluctantly said, "Maybe you should put on your clothes first? I'm afraid that if I go over there, I won't be able to resist touching you." "Oh." He sounded a bit aggrieved, with his eyes drooping, and he picked up the crumpled black shirt on the side to put on. Looking like a deserted big dog. "Oh, I'm so sad, my wife doesn't like to look at me. I thought she was going to touch me for sure. Is it because my body shape is not good enough? Or does she prefer slim dogs? If she prefers slim dogs, I can try to be one, but I need to ask a coach how to go from big to small. I don't really understand this." He really? I'm so sad. James seems to be very serious about me, calling me wife with each word, but do we have any connection? I racked my brain, but I don't have any impression of him at all. The most I've seen him is on the confession wall at school. He's that kind of cool-looking guy who doesn't seem to like studying, but always ends up getting the highest scores in exams, a sharp contrast. Many girls like his type of guy. I walked over and asked tentatively, "How do you know my name is Jessica?" My voice was a bit small, I was still a little afraid of him. The young man looked visibly stunned for a moment, gazing at me, and the next moment he almost seemed on the verge of crying. "Woo-woo, my wife really doesn't remember me. We used to live across from each other, we had a great relationship. I used to carry you on my skateboard, I learned to ride when I was a kid and I carried you, you were the only girl who rode in my car. We used to like playing house together, you were my wife back then. Remember when so many kids were always clinging to me to be their husband? You don't remember, do you? If the wife doesn't remember me, it's my problem, I was so mischievous back then, always snatching her spicy strips, making her cry. If you don't remember, it's okay, chasing my wife now is the priority, it's fine, I'm a man, I can adapt." Hearing his candid confession, I seemed to have a faint recollection. He turned out to be the cute boy who used to cry with a big face, always running after me when we were kids. The one who patiently fed me when I didn't eat in kindergarten, the little sweetheart who stayed behind me all the time. He had always been a gentle and warm guy, which didn't quite match with his current aloof and cool image, two different styles. Still in shock, I heard the school bully answering insincerely, "Well, we had a public class together, and the teacher mentioned your name during roll call. Your name sounded nice, so I remembered you. Your name is Jessica, right?" He looked over, eyes shining. "Okay." I nodded, feeling a bit awkward to expose him. "Can I add you on WeChat?" I heard him say again that the school bully seemed a bit nervous, his ears turning red. "Don't get me wrong, you are my classmate, and it's fate, so Oh my god, James, you are so incompetent. Where did your arrogant air go when you weren't talking to a girl you liked? Why do you become so timid when talking to her, you coward? It's your fault you can't win a girl over. Sure, I said, biting my lip. And the next second, I heard the school bully's overwhelmingly loud inner voice. I finally added the WeChat of my crush. Mom, I'm improving. James and I added each other on WeChat. My WeChat profile picture is the little prince and his rose, symbolizing the only love in the world. Coincidentally, James's was too. She probably can't tell that our profiles are related to each other. I almost choked. I'm not blind. The school doctor had come already and said there was no big deal, but James insisted on escorting me back to the dorm. The sunlight shining, willow catkins fluttering nearby, we walked side by side on the campus avenue. James changed into a white hoodie, carrying his sports bag slung over his shoulder, brimming with youthfulness. He was much taller than me. Below our feet, our shadows intertwined, he lowered his head, watching our entwined shadows. And chuckled, secretly. Careful. Just then, a bicycle whizzed by. He grabbed my arm and walked to the right, cautioning softly, walk on the inside. Then he let go of my hand. Thank you. Because of his sudden physical contact, my heart was racing fast. Oh my god, dear heart, please calm down. Why are you beating so fast? What if she notices? However soft her hand may be, I really wanted to hold it. But even if I wanted to, I couldn't touch her. Restraint is the best way to show affection for someone. James, you have to endure it. He voiced his thoughts so clearly. I timidly lifted my head to look at him, his hands in his pockets, standing tall and erect, as if deliberately maintaining a distance from me. It was only the bright red color on his earlobes that betrayed him. We walked quietly. Two rough guys from the neighboring school came towards us, and upon seeing James from a distance, they were instantly frightened. Their faces turned pale and they began to run. Run for what? Want me to buy you water? James seemed to be in a particularly good mood that day and even smiled at the two boys. The two rough boys had never seen such a situation before. Their courage was shattered, shocked and scared, sounding like they had seen a ghost. Oh, James, don't hit us again. We just wanted to sneak into your school to play today. Really didn't cause any trouble, didn't play with any girls. Please don't hit us, we are really scared. He was so fierce, I stared at him. The situation became awkward for a moment. Haha, what are you saying in front of my wife? Are you slandering me? Have I worked so hard to restore my image, just to be ruined by you two brats? Want to die? His anger rose, but he forced a gentle smile out. Little brothers, if you don't want me to buy you water, we can do that another day. The two rough boys stared in shock, then ran away. James scratched his head, trying to explain to me, his voice gentle. I'm not the kind of person who fights, don't get me wrong. They were just enchanted by my charismatic personality, they are not scared of me. I gave him a skeptical look. He pursed his lips, looking downcast. Jessica, I'm sorry, I won't be fierce anymore in the future. He added in his mind, I'll be obedient, eat well, and even warm the bed. Baby, please don't look down on me, I'll change everything you don't like about me. Since that day I met the school bully. For some reason, the news about James fighting in school became less and less. I was very busy during that time because I had a midterm exam for a math major course, so I was in the library every day. Perhaps because I didn't have much contact with James up close, I hadn't heard his voice for a long time. But he was quite active on WeChat. Finally, the math exam was over that day, and I returned to the dorm with my backpack feeling relieved. My roommate Joe greeted me with a grin as soon as I walked in. Jessica, you have to see this, I can't stop laughing, do you know, he said. It's been rumored all over the school recently that the untouchable school bully, James, has turned over a new leaf. He's not getting into fights anymore. We all thought something was wrong with him, but it turns out he's just busy being a lapdog for the girls. Joe was getting more and more excited as he spoke. Look at the video my boyfriend forwarded to me. Her boyfriend was James's roommate, a handsome IT guy. Joe shoved the phone in front of me, and in the video, the three guys in their dorm were gathered around James' bed singing Letting Go, to lick the boots. James was bare-shouldered, his shoulders broad, covered with a blanket, facing away from them, furiously typing on his phone, the bright green screen particularly glaring. Joe almost choked from laughing. I heard he hasn't even won her over yet. Another girl came over. Equally excited, he's already licking boots, without even winning her over? Who could have wounded our heaven-sent school bully so badly? I had to hold back my laughter. Poor school bully was already in such a pitiful state, what harm would one more person laughing at him do? Ha ha ha. I instantly turned to stone and placed. I took out my phone and looked at the numerous short essays he had sent me on WeChat, falling into contemplation. That person seems to be me. I looked at the messages he had sent me again. I had been really busy this month. His messages kept coming in like a flood, one after another. WeChat was filled with long messages, detailing his day from morning to night, reporting every little thing, almost broadcasting his bowel movements. I was busy studying, and I didn't want to tell him to stop messaging me. I was afraid I might accidentally offend him. After all, I wasn't that close to him. So, I just replied with simple MHM or sent a cute emoji to brush him off, but he seemed to be serious about pursuing me. Just because of some very early encounter during kindergarten, it all felt so magical, unreal even, and he was so handsome that I lay on my bed, holding my phone, lost in reverie, the school bully's voice reaching me after a long time that it was already 10 o'clock now. I wonder if my husband is asleep yet? I think she might like me a little bit. She just said goodnight to me again, for the 98th time, and this time she added a la. This law is quite miraculous actually. A simple law means we're no longer strangers. It's a leap from strangers to friends, with a girl-like coquettish tone in it. I feel like all this bootlicking has been effective. I was shocked to my core. Brother bully, are you overthinking things? I really don't mean that. Help! I just added a casual law. Then I heard the clacking sound of brother bully typing rapidly, very loud. What should I do? What should I do? There are so many things I want to say to her. Why does WeChat only allow 5,461 characters? Even academic papers are longer than that. Should I send it now? What if she finds me annoying? The text looks too dense, the layout is not good. Should I break it into 2 paragraphs before sending it, to send or not to send? Wait, maybe I should check for typos in this section again? I read it over and over, 10 times. It feels like there's some emotional inconsistency here. It doesn't read smoothly. How should I fix it? And then, the whole evening passed, from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m., 3 hours in total. His voice was so overwhelming that the touching and emotional little essay still hadn't been sent. I covered myself with the blanket, really disturbed by his voice, couldn't focus on anything else. So I got up, and took the initiative to send him a very humble message. Why don't you just send it over? I want to go to sleep. And instantly, he replied to me, with a screen full of green text, a little essay. Hello, are you busy? How was the exam today? The weather was nice today. I went to play basketball, saw those thugs from the other day again. I educated them, didn't lay a hand on them, just educated them verbally. Trust me, after the little essay, he immediately sent another sentence. How did you know I was about to send you a message? I had just finished editing the text. Our minds are in sync. Sync? He edited for 3 hours. I said, don't be overly absurd, brother bully. I'm really about to go to bed now. When I got to the law in my message, I hesitated. James' strange interpretation suddenly crossed my mind. I was afraid that if I sent that law, he'd be ecstatic all night, and I wouldn't get to sleep, so I replied cautiously, I'm about to go to sleep, because I noticed you always text me before bed, and you haven't texted today, so I just wanted to ask you. Oh my god, I'm actually developing a presence in front of the girl I like. As the ancients said, a pestle can be ground down into a needle. As long as the lapdog does a good job, there's a market for him. How delightful. Help. You're really such a school bully. And then I saw the WeChat showing typing continually, along with brother bully's voice reaching me at the same time. Oh no, how should I send it? I'm so timid. I want to ask her out, but I don't dare. What excuse should I use? Spring is here, and the stray dogs on the roadside are in groups, and I'm still single. Maybe tomorrow I should consult with my roommates? Damn, they mocked me yesterday. So what? They all have girlfriends. Are they that great? Are guys with girlfriends that rare in the world? Am I going to die if I'm one less? Am I going to die? I'm really crying. He's really pitiful. I feel like I should give him a chance. Although he usually looks fierce, maybe he really likes me. It's not just a momentary impulse, and I've never seen him act flirtatious with any girl, even though many girls like him. So, I took the initiative to ask him out, saying what he wanted to say. Are you free tomorrow? We can meet near the school lawn? The reply came back immediately, and I could tell the person was very excited. I'm free. I'll bring the toys we used to play with when we were kids. Me? Who's being childish, still playing with those? In our recent WeChat conversations, someone couldn't resist and confessed that he was the lapdog who fed me in kindergarten. I thought the school bully would calm down for a while after confirming the time and place. But then he came again. The lawn? Suddenly I remembered there were many holes near the school lawn. What if my wife went there tomorrow and didn't see where she was walking and fell? My wife is delicate. It seems I have to get up early at 6 a.m. tomorrow to level the ground there. No, 5 a.m. What if the workload is big? Sweat dripped from my forehead as I moved my fingers to type the next line. Why not just meet at a coffee shop? Bully, both are fine. Followed by a dynamic big red heart. Well, he finally calmed down. The date. I was still tidying up in the dorm. And the bully's excited voice floated over. Why is he so excited? On the way to see my wife, the wind was fragrant. Today bird poop fell on my head. I'm so happy. I'll go back to change my clothes and wash my hair. I'll wear the white tracksuit I wore when I first met my wife. I feel like my wife will really like it. Sigh. The little prince speaks the truth. If you say you will come at 4 p.m, from 3 o'clock, I will start feeling happy. The closer it gets to the time, the happier I feel. By 4 o'clock, I will be restless. I have discovered the value of happiness. This paragraph is from the original Little Prince. Am I being foolish? She clearly arranged to meet at 5 p.m. Since she asked me out last night, I've been looking forward to it. How can I love her so much? I couldn't describe the feeling in my heart. It felt like she really cared about me. A soft spot in my heart melted. At 5 p.m, when I arrived, James was already waiting for me at the coffee shop. He sat on the outside. His handsome and tall teenage appearance quickly attracted the attention of many girls present, but his focus remained fixed on the entrance. Seeing me come in, his usually cold, handsome face lit up with admiration. He hurried over to open the door for me, but ended up accidentally bumping into the glass wall because he kept looking at me. Ouch. He held his forehead in pain, trying to maintain his cool image in front of me. He raised his hand with a forced smile. It's nothing, really. I couldn't help but laugh. Oh, so embarrassing. How can I embarrass myself like this in front of my wife? I just don't want to live anymore. But my wife just laughed. She was already very pretty, and she looked even more beautiful when she smiled. If only she could pat my forehead at that moment. Why is he so cute? James, I suppressed my laughter, waving at him. Huh? He asked in a slightly confused tone. Lower your head. What's wrong? Although he asked like that, he obediently bent over to match my height and spread his legs like a gentleman. I slowly approached him, my heart pounding, and I touched his forehead with my palm, coaxing him like a child. There, feeling better now? His ears turned red instantly, nodding vigorously, and smiling at me like a fool. Much better. My wife just patted me. It felt like a kiss. My wife's there is so magical. Should I bump into something again? Why does he like to hurt himself? Let's go in, I said with a smile. My wife there again today. She is acting cute again towards me. I'm so happy. Me, this is the candy you ate in kindergarten, half bitten, and still kept in a plastic bag. These are the pencils you used. I always kept them in my pencil case. These are the hairs you shed in elementary school when you had curly hair. You were very obedient, now with straight hair. You still look good. He carefully wrapped all the things he cherished about me in a pink Disney box. Because my favorite thing as a child was Elsa Princess. This is the toy I didn't get to give you when you transferred schools in elementary school, a little prince doll. As he said this, his eyes dimmed. You moved out in a hurry that day, and when I went back, you were already gone. So this toy has been kept with me for 14 years. Now it's finally back to its rightful owner. The corner of his single eyelid turned slightly red. I'm sorry. My fingers twisted into a knot where he couldn't see, not knowing what to say, or rather, I didn't know how to face his feelings. Because to me, I might have forgotten about him a long time ago. But he still remembers. Later, I learned that I had always been in his heart. He searched for me for a long time, until we met on the university campus. He recognized me at a glance. His unrequited love finally had an end. He probably sensed my regret, held back his bitterness, and only raised his head after a long time. His eyes moistly asking, do you still want to ride in my car? Skateboard? He shook his head. Rolls-Royce's Starry Edition. I instantly, should I change my shoes? They're pretty dirty today. No need. The school bully immediately laughed as he understood what I meant. Jessica, thank you for still being willing to be my friend. Is it really just as friends? Then I heard a certain scheming school bully's thoughts. Start as friends, then girlfriend, and finally wife. You can do it, James. Go for it. Fighting, since adding James on WeChat until now maintaining our friendship, he has become even more bold. The frequency of mini essays filling my screen has increased, and his 9-grid photos of his abs are posted as often as breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Of course, I only knew that they were only visible to me because there is a spy in my dorm. My roommate Jo, her boyfriend Tom, forwards her videos of the scheming school bully flaunting his abs in the men's dorm every day. In the video, Tom holds the phone to shoot him without mercy. James, are you showing off too much? The bully is seriously finding the perfect angle for his pose, too focused to care, acting all serious. Should I pull the sweatshirt up a bit more? Isn't it better without wearing it? James, if you keep doing this, you're going overboard. Overboard with what? Overboard with what? Explain yourself to me. The school bully walked over with a stern look. Tom instantly backed off, overboard, over the edge of morality. The school bully, once you cross this line, you'll just cross another, don't you understand? Are you done with the photos? Tom replied with a thumbs up emoji. He handed the phone to James, who was carefully selecting photos. Out of nowhere, Tom said, "You've posted so many abs photos, and you still haven't won over the girls you're after? James, can you really pull it off? Or do the girls you're chasing actually prefer Alan's type of guy, in the midst of doing his homework?" Our dorm mate Zhao Zhou, slender Alan, the school bully glanced at Zhao Zhou and suddenly went dry, his fingers stiffened. In his mind he questioned, really? Of course not, I like your style, the subtle photos you post, I love looking at them, love it. Upon hearing the school bully's thoughts, I quickly added a sentence in my mind. I didn't want to dampen his enthusiasm. It was the first time I actually liked and commented on his photo in his friend's circle, saying he had a great physique. I didn't like or comment before because I was afraid he would find out that the lady like me was actually a bit naughty. In private. A glint in Alan's eyes. Why don't you send me the pictures of the girls you're after to see if I like any of them? I'll try to go after her. You said she likes my type too. What if we fall in love? Hearing this, the school bully's face turned as dark as a pot bottom. Get lost. Haha. I'll confess tomorrow, you'll see. Dorm male roommates, don't hesitate, you've been saying this for 6 months already, it's time to act on it. Seeing my comment, the school bully's ice-cold face instantly bloomed into a smile like a wild chrysanthemum. Dorm male roommates, James, you fickle-minded dog, when the wind blows, your tune changes, look at you, you're worthless. James ignored them, lying on the bed. He was nervous about confessing tomorrow, couldn't sleep. Tossing and turning, unable to sleep, decided to read a couple of chapters of the Guide to Men's Virtues and then sleep. Me. James asked me out. I knew he was going to confess to me. In fact, over the past 6 months, our relationship was really just one step away from breaking through that transparent window paper. He invited me to watch him play basketball and would always update me on everything. Sometimes I had early morning classes, and he would accompany me, even buying me breakfast in advance. I was also planning to tell him that I liked him, and surprisingly, I could hear his thoughts clearly. James was still the same as before, meeting me at the playground at 5 in the afternoon. I saw him picking up a few fallen flowers on the ground, counting the petals with great solemnity. She likes me, she doesn't like me, she likes me, she doesn't like me, counting the petals until the final one, she doesn't like me. Haha, the teacher said fortune-telling is not reliable, let's try again. She likes me, she doesn't like me, she likes me, she doesn't like me. Yes, she likes me. Today's confession is definitely going to be successful. How childish he was, like a little kid. Hey, James, what are you doing? I suddenly appeared from behind and startled him. Oh, He hurriedly hid the remaining flower petals behind his back, looking flustered. You're here. He scratched his head, his tall figure, with a shy and youthful look on his face, blushing. Today is the day, I like you. The next moment, we both said this at the same time. What? What did you just say? The school bully looked incredulous. Did you just say you like me? I replied, you take so long to confess, I was worried about being rejected and losing even a friend. The school bully seemed a bit shy, he always appeared shy in front of me. I could hardly remember what his cold and stern face looked like. I like you. Is it that obvious? Yeah, pretty obvious. I'm not a fool, and I paused, looking into his eyes, feeling hesitant. Can you believe it? I can actually hear your thoughts. I thought he would be shocked, either thinking I was talking nonsense or how dare I invade his privacy without permission. But instead, he said, really? Is the moon god temple that powerful? Ha! This time I was the one who was shocked. I don't believe in Buddhism, but I like to go to temples. I heard that the moon god temple in the temple is very effective. Others kneel for a long time in the temple of wealth, only I pray for marriage in the moon god temple. Every time I go, I can kneel for an afternoon and have a lot to say to the moon god in my heart. I guess I'm the only one praying for marriage, so the moon god showers me with special favor, fulfilling my wishes. The spring breeze gently brushed our faces. He held my hand, lightly rubbing his fingertips on my palm, looking into my eyes with a serious, promising attitude. I really like you. Ah. The next moment, he hugged me. I could faintly feel his chest heaving with excitement, almost making me want to cry. James and I walked hand in hand on the campus. At that moment, a group of students walked by, pointing at us. Isn't that the school bully, James? The school bully smiled proudly. Oh, how did you know she's my girlfriend? We just started dating. He waved our tightly clasped hands, showing off. Students. Me, James and I officially started dating. Later, the girls in our dormitory found out that the girl whom the school bully sent WeChat messages to every day was actually me, and they exclaimed in disbelief. One roommate held a notebook and earnestly asked me for tips on how to take notes on handsome guys. How could I have a strategy? He took the initiative himself. The roommate wanted to strangle me, making exaggerated gestures. There are so many handsome guys in the world. Is it a big deal if one likes me? Is it really a big deal? This is too much. It looks like I also need to go pray at the moon god temple. Joe's boyfriend is also a bootlicker, trying to win his girlfriend's favor by betraying the school bully's privacy every day. In the video, he says, lower your profile a bit. How can you still be writing love letters when you've already won her heart? Can't you have a bit of dignity? The school bully is busy writing, adjusting the wording, dense with words that aren't just letters, but his pride. Get lost. Did you really kiss? What? Do you want to review the details of the kiss? School bully, get lost. All the girls in the women's dormitory were laughing and teasing me. Oh my, Jessica, you really hit the jackpot. He really loves you, we're crying. Please stop, stop. I blushed and covered my face with a blanket. I felt so embarrassed. Ever since the school bully found out I could hear his thoughts, he's been more reserved at night. I know it's him trying to control himself, trying not to think about me at night as it might disturb my rest. But how can the heart that misses someone be controlled? So, the school bully at night. I miss her so much, she even affects my appetite. But we just parted, I can't make her think I'm a clingy boyfriend. I'm not. He covered his face with the blanket. I'm going to sleep. 2 seconds later. Sob, I can't sleep. Every time I close my eyes, all I can see is her. As I was doing my homework, I missed him too. I sent him a message on WeChat, my heart trembling. James, I heard your thoughts, and I miss you too. The next moment, the boy appeared downstairs of the girls' dormitory. Under the dim light, his figure stretched long, a sense of happiness overwhelming him. He looked at me as I came out, rushed towards me, picked me up, kissed me over and over. 2 beating hearts were pressed closely together. He held me tightly in his arms, then lifted my chin, huskily whispered in my ear, baby, can you hear my thoughts now? Do you know what I'm thinking? Blushing, I couldn't dare to meet his eyes. At that moment, in his heart, he was saying, baby, can we tonight? The end.